Welcome back. Here on Police Report, we provide you with information on crime trends, crime prevention techniques, and community programs. But you can get additional information by visiting the Baltimore County Police Department's website as well. The address is on your screen. Press releases from the Baltimore County Police Department can be accessed on the Baltimore County Police Department's website and on our Facebook and Twitter accounts. We encourage you to like us on Facebook and to follow us on Twitter for the latest news. The Baltimore County Police Department is now hiring police cadets and police officers. For additional information, go to joinbaltimorecountypd.com or call 410-887-5542 to speak with recruiters. With us to discuss some summer crime prevention and safety tips is Sergeant Robert Harpster. Sergeant, welcome to Police Report.
Thank you.
Now, how long have you been a member of the Baltimore County Police Department?
16 years.
Okay. Now, the summer's coming. People become vulnerable to crime. We're going to jump into some summer crime safety tips. First of all, why should our viewers not leave their doors unlocked even when they're home or working in the yard?
Well, if you're home in your yard working out back, we're out there for barbecues or playing ball or whatever it may be, burglars come by and they can see you're out back there. And they know that the front door, they go up there, they may try, knock on the door, no one answers it. They may try it and walk in, go through your belongings and walk out. While you're out back, you have no idea that someone was in your house. So you always want to make sure those doors are locked, garage doors. If you're out back, you don't have eyes on the front of your house. So it's easy for someone to walk in there if you're out back occupied doing something else.
Now, what about the shrubs around their house? How should they keep their shrubs cut? Should they let them grow real high, long, or?
No, we want to make sure they're below the bottom edge of the window. Keep them down. If they are growing up high, covering the window, that provides some concealment for the burglar to go hide in behind the shrubs and go into your house. So keep those low and below the windows.
And suppose our viewers see suspicious persons in their neighborhood. Should they keep an eye out for people that just don't fit or might not live there?
Absolutely. We say, see something, say something. Mm-hmm. Say something, see something.
Should they call 911 for any suspicious activity?
Absolutely. If you see someone that just is looking around the house, your neighbor's house, they're not familiar to you or to the neighborhood, just doesn't seem right, and the hair on the back of your neck stands up, and your instincts tell you something's wrong, absolutely call us. We'll come out, find out what's going on, identify.
Now, a lot of our viewers, they go out and they go to work, and they might have their windows up during the daytime and things like that. When they head out to go to work in the morning, is it important to lock their windows?
Absolutely. If you're not going to be home, you want to make sure that all windows on the first floor, ground floor are locked and secured. Burglar walking past, see that open window and sees it as an opportunity to enter into your residence.
And what about their vehicles also?
Lock your doors, keep windows up in all your vehicles as well. If you have personal items or belongings within the vehicle, you don't want them in sight. If someone walking past can see them, sees an opportunity to break your window and to steal the valuables.
And what about bikes and things like that? Should they put their bikes away? Or?
Absolutely. Make sure that the bikes are secured in the shed or a garage. Many times we see the bike sitting on the front porch or the yard or whatever, and it's easy opportunity for someone to come by, pick it up, and go for a ride. But just make sure they're secured in a shed or a garage.
And should they make sure they set their alarms on their houses when they go to and from, or even if they're going to be out for a short period of time?
Yes. Make sure your alarms are set and operational.
Now, the next topic I'd like to jump into deals with deception and scams. We see those this time of year, people wanting to do home improvement, driveway work, and those types of things. Should our viewers be aware of contractors or people going around posing as contractors?
Absolutely. If you didn't call for someone to come to your house, that should raise a red flag. If they come to your house, generally they work in teams. They try to get into your house. Number one, do not let them into your house. They'll try to separate you. One person will talk to you while the other one will go in your house and take your purse or wallet. Mm-hmm. So never let them into your home. Ask for identification and any references that they may have. Mm-hmm. And absolutely never let them know that you live alone either. Don't give them any money or any personal information, and ask them to come back at another time and that they can send you a letter to follow up on.
Okay. And if they're suspicious, just in nature, just call 911, right?
Call
If you-
911. It could be nothing, or it could be that they victimized your neighbor up the street or someone in another community. It gives us an opportunity to identify them, to find out who they are and what they're up to.
And suppose they try to pressure you. They give you some sales pitch, or they try to give you some deal that's, too good to believe.
Well, it's too good to be true, then it's too good. Don't do it. Say no, tell them to come back another time, shut the door, and call 911.
And for our younger viewers, should they just keep an eye out for their senior citizen neighbors?
Absolutely. You want to have that sense of community. Look out for your seniors that are next to it, or family members. Make sure they're aware of these types of scams and at ways that they can prevent themselves from becoming victims.
Now, I want to talk about some other crime prevention tips. We're all heading out for vacation, and one of the things that people like to do is they like to go onto their social media pages, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, things like that, and they like to tell people that they're going on vacation. Why is that a bad idea?
Well, it's a bad idea because it's putting out there that you're not home. During these dates and times, your house is vacant and no one's there. Mm-hmm. So social media can be a great thing, but make sure that if you're going to post pictures, it's after you return back from your vacation. And also, if suspicious emails, you may get an email from a bank or a credit card company asking for your personal information. Delete the email, do not respond to it. If you have any questions, call that financial institution and talk to them about the email, and they'll fill you in on what you need to do, if anything.
And what about contractors? We talked about contractors earlier. Sometimes you get phone calls in the summertime from people, claim to be contractors, and they want to come out and do work at your house.
Again, if you didn't call for them, then it sounds suspicious, and you don't want to talk to them. Just hang up the phone and just do your research before getting any contract.
Is it a good idea to leave lights on, or to have times like a time set type of light where it comes on a certain time in the evening, even if you're not home?
Yes, that's a great idea. It sends that message that someone is in the house when you're not, when the light's going on and off at certain times.
And what about sheds? Quite often people have sheds out back their house. They store things there. What type of security should they have on their shed?
Well, you certainly want to have your shed locked, secured at all times, deadbolt. You just want to make it as difficult as possible for anyone to enter into the shed. Make it hard for the criminal. They want something that's going to be easily broken into.
And many citizens now, walk around with different devices. They have their cell phones. They have earbuds. Whether they're walking or riding on a bike. Let's talk about safety when it comes to those things. Whether even if you're just getting out of the car, just talking on a cell phone. What types of dangers does that pose in terms of crime?
Well, the cell phone, they're great, but they do two things. Number one is they take your time and attention away from your surroundings. Who's behind you, who's beside you, or who's behind the bush or whatever. It's taking your attention away from what's going on around you. Another thing it does is the cell phone, some thieves may be targeting people with cell phones. I mean, the cell phone's probably worth a couple $100. So that's advertising to the thief that you do have a cell phone on you.
And is it a wise idea to walk down the street or cross streets with earbuds in your ears and you can't really hear the traffic coming?
No, that's another thing. Again, it's taking away your attention from the traffic and what's around you. You want to be able to pay attention to the traffic and to everything that's going on. Now,
this is the time of year that people are out, kids are out riding bikes, people are out riding bikes. Should our motorists look out for our pedestrians and our bicyclists this time of year?
Sure, absolutely. Summertime, a lot of the kids are out riding the bikes, like you said. It's important when you're driving to have 100% of your time and attention focused on driving and what's going on around you. Drive defensively, watch for kids crossing the crosswalks or adults or runners or bikes and all those things. Pay attention.
And getting back to going on vacation, sometimes people, they go on vacation and they forget to notify the post office about their mail and their mail pile up. What should we do about our mail while we're on vacation?
Talk to a neighbor, a friend, relative, or someone you trust. Have them come pick your mail up. If your mail piles up, that's going to send a signal that no one's at the house. So just reach out to someone you trust to have come pick your mail up and remove it from the house.
And whether people are at home or they're at the mall or they're just simply out at a park in Baltimore County enjoying themselves, let's talk about leaving things inside your car. What should people do when it comes to their cars?
Well, with your vehicles, you want to make sure your valuables are out of sight. If you absolutely have to have them in the vehicle, put them in the trunk or just out of view that they can't be seen from the window. Again, if a thief comes by, easily could break a window, reach in and take a phone or whatever it may be sitting on the seat.
So don't leave any expensive stuff out or
Nothing.
anything.
Nothing.
What about even like small wires and things like that that people might think might be attached to a cell phone?
Your car chargers, if you have a car charger in there with the adapter, that's going to send a signal that there is a phone or a GPS or some type of electronic equipment, which could invite someone into your vehicle.
How important is it to share your cell phone number or your contact information with neighbors, or just simply knowing your neighbors that live around you?
Well, it's very important. You want to have as many eyes as you can on your house. Have your neighbors watching your house and you watch your neighbor's house. Share the information. That way, if something is to happen or someone's at your front door, your neighbor can call you and ask you if you're expecting a delivery or anything like that. But you want to have a tight community where everyone's looking out for each other.
And in terms of preventing robberies in your neighborhood, what are some of the things that you can do?
Number one is just be aware of your surroundings. Okay, we talked about the cell phone earlier. Don't carry a lot of cash. Be aware, don't be walking on your cell phone or texting. Again, that will take your time and attention away from your surroundings. If you notice that someone is following you, cross the street. And if they continue to follow you, call 911 or go to the nearest business or well-populated area. Same thing with a vehicle following you.
Okay.
Call 911, we'll come out, we'll talk to them and see what's going on.
Thank you, Sergeant Harpster.
You're welcome.
We've been talking with Sergeant Robert Harpster of the Wilkins Community Outreach Team. If you would like more information, please contact your local community outreach team or the Youth and Community Services section at 410-887-5901. Once again, Sergeant Harpster, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
My name is Captain Rob McCullough, and you are watching Police Report.
Don't drop it, don't drop it, kick up. Don't drop it, don't drop it, kick up.
Does litter really bug you too? Why not have your group do a clean green 15-minute cleanup? You'll make a difference, and you can help a Baltimore County school win the grand prize. Join the Team BCPS Clean Green 15 Litter Challenge.
Don't drop it, pick it up. Keep a clean, green county.
Welcome back to Police Report. If you missed any part of this program or would like to see it again, it is available on the web. To see it, just go to the Baltimore County Police Department website and then click on the Media Relations link and then click on Police TV. You can also follow the Baltimore County Police Department on Facebook and Twitter. That brings us to the end of this edition of Police Report, brought to you by the men and women of the Baltimore County Police Department and Chief Terrence Sheridan. Thanks for joining us today, and we hope you'll be with us next time. I'm Captain Rob McCullough saying, be kind to one another.